We on live.
Okay. What's up, y'all? We back again. Me and reached the funeral man for another night, another show, another exciting week in hip hop. Tonight, we got a lot to talk about. So we were actually off by a week. Game is supposed to drop tomorrow night, and or tomorrow in the day.
Tonight.
Tonight, yeah,
Yeah.
tonight at midnight. So, and yep, he went in on Eminem. So the diss song, Black Slim Shady, is out now. He went at Eminem. We've been talking about it for damn near the whole summer. I mean, we were talking about this game, the game Eminem diss. We did several episodes about it, talking about it. So he finally dissed Eminem, and Reese and I are going to talk about it. We're going to do what we do. Are we going to say what we think about it, break it down, and see where it goes from here? We're just gonna be objective about it. Finally came at Eminem and give our thoughts about that, and then we're gonna break down the game track list for Drillmatic, Heart and Soul. What is this? I don't really get heart versus the mind. I don't get the whole. Is he trying to do like a Kendrick thing with the that I don't
I know, man. The double
know.
album.
Yeah, we're gonna break that down.
He's such a
So
sucker, man. I swear this guy's such a sucker.
and then the second
Man.
part, probably our second show, we're gonna talk about Lil Wayne and Carter 6. Lil Wayne announced at Drake's festival this weekend with the Young Money reunion that Carter 6 is dropping soon. So we got some comments on that as well. So let's get started, Reese. So Black Slim Shady, what do you think? Let's start.
I told you earlier, man. Got a couple of zingers in there, but
Zinger. I like that.
overall, overall, this is just. I hear this once because I see Eminem's name in it and 50's name in it. I would never listen to it again. Ever. I won't never listen to it again.
Yeah.
It's 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 so to me, it's so unbelievably bad that I found myself dozing off to the point where I was annoyed by the song. Because first of all, it's too long. That's number one. Number two, I don't know who thought this was gonna be fire. I don't know if he thought it was gonna be fire. I don't know. But he ain't say nothing that wasn't said already.
Yeah.
Everything he said was already said, from the Mariah Carey to the MGK to the everything. And another point that I want to make is what was the point of you dissing Eminem? He never said nothing about you, never came in for your head.
You won't
What's
get.
what's
Yeah.
the point of that?
Yeah.
I don't get it. So it's a dud, man. It's a dud. I'm sorry, it's a dud.
Straight dud.
It's a dud, man.
I'll give him some points on a couple of things. I do like the beat. I think Hit Boy uh, gave him a decent beat. Um, I do like the concept of him uh, actually rapping as Eminem, like really personifying the Black Slim Shady. He even says it in there. He said, "Yeah, I think feels good to say the word nigga." You know what I mean? Because Eminem can't. You know what I mean? So he has the Black Slim Shady personified can do that. I thought actually, and some people thought that was kind of whack that he rapped like Eminem, but he this basically started with him saying, "I think I'm a better rapper than Eminem." So he's basically doing. I'm just gonna do a song with, like Eminem does it, and y'all love it. So I'm gonna diss Eminem like y'all love what Eminem does. So he basically ripped his style or whatever. So that's why he did that. You could debate if it's corny or not. A lot of people are gonna think it's corny, but I know why he did that. And like you said, he had a couple of bars in here that were kind of, that kind of hit. But 10 minutes for a song is just a reach. It's just this is just a reach to me. It's just the overall reach as to what you were doing. Like you said, a lot of stuff was said before. Like, I don't understand the point of dissing his mother, bringing up his mother like that. I mean, when bro, he's dissed his mother for like 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get the point of that. He has said things, that, you know, uh, you know, yeah, you're not making a playlist no more, all of that other stuff, but yeah, overall, it's just a reach. And again, I think the real move for Game as to why he's doing this is Game wants to stay in the conversation. He's mad that, he's really not talked about anymore as an MC. You're not even talked about even on the West Coast like that. So he needs juice, man. This whole summer has been nothing but a poorly run media campaign by Game, from all the interviews he's done, all of that. And he just comes off as desperate and reaching for people to notice him. It's kind of pathetic because him himself, he's been in this game damn near 20 years, no pun intended. And dog, you got a classic behind your name. You know, why don't you just embrace that? But overall, I'm not impressed by this song either. But um, I think it is going to get some sort of traction because Eminem has a large hate fan base, if you will, online. And if Eminem doesn't respond, they're going to bring it up. You know what I mean? Eminem, they're going to bring it up. Oh, you got ate by Game, or you didn't respond to Game. Even though the song isn't all that good. You know what I mean?
I think I seen a lot of posts. I seen a lot of I seen a lot of I watched like 10 YouTube reviews and they all saying the same thing. It's garbage. And some people saying, I hope Eminem don't respond to this. Like I hope. I'm like this. It's so to me it's so bad that first of all, we already know Eminem would smoke Game. Like I don't even want to even get into that point. We already know that would happen. You know what I'm saying? Because Game has too many. He has too many flaws and too many things he did for him to listen. I think he's a very brave man to go after Eminem, but at the same time, I do believe that that's the only person that he can get away with it with. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not gonna go at Jay. He's not gonna go at Nas. He's not gonna go at all the other legends that's at the top. But he's the only person he can get
He
away
did go.
with it.
He actually did go with Jay though.
When was this?
This is like probably late 2000s. He did a song. He did some music about Jay, and Jay did respond to him with a subliminal line on
Yeah,
I think three.
I do remember that. But
Yeah,
I'm saying at this point in time, he hasn't really nobody. He's not gonna go at them. You know what I'm saying? And I understand what you said earlier, but I thought about it, and I kind of disagree. I understand what you were saying, but my thing is, bro, if you claim that you the best, you ain't even the best on your coast. Why you ain't going at that young man? Why you ain't going at him? You know what I'm saying? Because he's a coward, man. And it's just like Eminem is the easy dartboard that everybody throw darts at right now. And he knows that. He's just using it as a fucking publicity stunt. And it's so clear as day that that's what he's doing. It's so corny to me.
but Game is the publicity stunt, man. He's been a publicity stunt since the G Unit days. I mean, go back to what Game. I mean, listen. Game was dissing random people like Joe Buttons and them just because of what 50 and them was doing. You know what I mean? And he just did it because it was cool to do it. So, and he hasn't stopped since then. You know what I mean? So, this is Game's MO. And like, and come to think of it, he did this Jay-Z just out of nowhere. You know what I mean? So, it's not a surprise from Game, you know? But the reason why I do think Eminem will respond is because went on a campaign against Eminem really for for most of the summer. I mean, we talked about that interview he did. That was like one of our first shows. That was like 2 months ago. You know what I mean? And remember when we broke down the interview and he was talking about he was a better rapper than Eminem before that. So because he made a media campaign out of it, Eminem's gonna have something to say about it. It's not gonna be this, you know what I mean? But I think Eminem said
Man, this is
Eminem addresses everybody
yeah.
that comes at him. He does not let nobody go away because he's an MC.
This isn't the battle I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Like this isn't the battle I want to see. This is just something that I think like you said, Game is just he's a walking publicity stunt. And
But
I'm so over it right now with this whole this
he's a reach of a publicity stunt, man. I mean, some guy in our group said he need to find some way to make his 20,000 sell his 20,000 copies in the first week. That's what this is. You know what I mean? And see, I'll just say this. I'll say two things about it. First of all, with Eminem responding, Eminem will do a better job in one verse what it took Game to do in 10 minutes. Easy. And it will be light work for him. You know
yeah.
what I mean? There's so much ammo on Game that it's easy to diss him. He's an easy target to just, shoot down. And Game will try and come back with other records and try and come up with a mixtape and this to go and at Eminem, but that one verse
Yeah.
is going to smash anything that Game does, and people are going to remember people for Eminem doing that one verse smashing Game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like I mean, Machine Gun Kelly. You can say what you want, but he's known for being a rock star, and when you come when it comes to rap, people just know, oh, he's the boy that Eminem dissed. You know what I mean? That's who he is, and he actually had some decent rap before that.
He
But
knocked him into a whole nother genre.
yeah, but the Eminem diss when it comes to hip hop, oh, that's what MGK is. So and see, and you can say what you want about it, cause I saw he went kind of back at the history and all that other stuff with back to the G Unit stuff on the this song. Game is nobody without Eminem. Without Eminem and 50 Cent, he doesn't sell 5 million records on documentary. So, in the end of the day, bro, like 20 years later, I mean, it's just facts. I mean, Game was a shelved artist signed by Dr. Dre, and it was going nowhere. Without without being signed to Shady Aftermath, he would just be another mediocre West Coast rapper that nobody really heard about, or
Mm-hmm.
another dude that got shelved by Dr. Dre and never seen the light of day, like a John Connor or something. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, bro, like Eminem kind of owns you, buddy. Like you better thank him for your success. He kind of owns you.
I don't understand it. I don't see. My thing is, my thing is, at this point, I don't see why anybody still tries to diss Eminem. It's like he's already solidified. Just let that, just let that go. It's no point no more. That's my
Well, I
biggest
think
deal with these people.
it, it's narratives, man, and I think Game is not dissing Eminem. Game is dissing an online narrative that's picking up steam, which my theory is uh, younger hip hop fans, primarily from the South, they don't jive with Eminem's music, so they the ones drumming up this narrative because Eminem don't turn up. You know what I mean? Eminem's never been a turn up guy or doing a trap flow or whatever. So they never related to him. So all started these narratives. Oh, they never played Eminem in the club, which you know is bullshit. Because lose yourself got played in the club time and time again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the songs with 50 Cent got played in the club. Like all of that. Like come on. But in the end of the day, in
I
the end of
heard
the day,
I heard I heard smack that in the club.
yeah, I was going to say that with Akon.
Yeah.
That guy playing in the club.
Yeah.
That guy playing in the club. So we all don't know that narrative, but because Eminem ain't doing, the songs like Migos,
Yeah.
all of those ATL, turn up corny trap fans, they want to go and say and discredit Eminem as if, oh well, we don't hear him on the radio, so you know Eminem really must not count when it comes to getting playing the club, and they just mean um, ignorant hip hop fans that don't do their research. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But Game wants to jump on that narrative and use that for publicity, not really dissing Eminem. That's what he went after. He went after the narrative, not at Eminem, really.
Mm. All right.
But yeah,
Well,
man.
let's get to the track list
And that's that.
because he
Uh,
done lost that battle already.
that's that. That's so Game Heart versus the Mind track lists. We got 31 songs, 32 features.
Do let me ask you this: Is there any? Is there how? What's the longest song outside of the one that he just put out, the Slap Black Slim Shady? Is any other long? Do they have the timestamps
I
on there?
I don't see a time
Oh, they don't have the timestamps. All right.
up here. He got all right. Where should I start? Ice T. He got Ice T on here. He got Kanye West.
So that's the first song I see.
Yeah,
He's
one.
talking
Two,
on that. He's
yeah,
talking.
yeah.
He's not
He
rapping. He's
had
talking.
Kanye West, the song "Easy," which we already heard before. Nice
Yeah.
song, nice song.
Yeah.
I like it. Fabio Foreign, who was on everybody's album this summer. Um, BOA, Boa OG. I don't know who that is. Young Boy Never Broke Again. YG. I mean, he's on every West Coast album. Ty Dolla Sign, Roddy Rich. So he gets the Young Boy West Coast All Star team.
He put some.
Obviously.
He put some money behind this shit.
Oh yeah. Oh
What
yeah.
label is this on?
I don't know whose labels this is on, but what I do know is a Kanye West and Hit Boy co-produced or whatever.
Yeah.
They did the okay.
Well, so we at
Then he
least
got
we know the production's gonna be pretty fire.
yeah,
I will say that.
yeah. Um,
Oh man, I know that.
Drillmatic is on here. We got 2 Chainz of Pusha T. That's gonna be a good one. G Herbo and Lil Wayne. Probably gonna be a good one. We're gonna get to Lil Wayne later. Speaking of features, we'll pause on that. Um, Another one with Chiller, Dreezy. She's actually a dope female artist, by the way. And Kanye West. So another Kanye song. Jeremiah and Twista. I could see Kanye had his hands on this because he got a lot of Chicago people on here. Dreezy from Chicago too. He got a song called Drake with the Braids. I mean, come on, guy. Like, no Drake. You know, no, I'm Drake.
I can
All
hear
right,
him now.
yeah.
Drake
What
with
is
the
he gonna rap like
braids.
Drake?
Rap
Oh
like Drake with the
man.
braids. Drake with the
He got
braids.
French Montana, Tory Lanez. He's got, this is interesting. He's got Blacks, another dope artist. Meek Mill and Moneybagg Yo. Pause on Meek Mill. Remember they had beef not too long ago. He did a diss record with Meek Mill, but he's on this album. And that was only like 4 or 5 years. What was that? 2017?
I don't remember.
Remember he dissed Meek Mill.
Yeah, I do remember, but I don't remember what it
Yeah.
was.
He dissed Meek Mill and Beanie Siegel, matter of fact. Um so that's interesting. He got Meek Mill, Moneybagg Yo, ASAP Rocky. He got Cameron on here, Big Sean on here, Blueface on here. There you go with the all-star young boy West Coast. Nipsey Hussle, that probably's got to be a hook or something, cause I don't think Nipsey has that many rhymes. You
Or
know,
either Nipsey has a lot of stuff. It could be something old that was never released.
yeah. Then he's got Rick Ross, of course. He features with everybody. Um, Cassie, Chloe from Hallie and Chloe, and Chris Brown. He's got
Yo,
more features and songs, and he's
that's
got
the
30,
most. That's the most features I ever seen on any hip hop album ever. That's
32,
32
32
songs and
features,
31 features.
31 songs.
He has
Yeah.
no songs by himself, but the Black Slim Shady.
Black Slim Shady, he got, and Drake with the braids. No, Drake with the braids and no Drake.
That's crazy. So Drake's not on the album. Kendrick or Cole's not on the album.
Nah,
No Nas or no Jay.
nah, definitely not that. They're not gonna waste their time with him. You know what I mean? But
Damn. 32
32
songs and
features,
31
31
feet.
songs. Your thoughts. The floor is yours, my friend.
Oh man. This is a glorified compilation album featuring the game.
What he always does.
Yeah. It's like see, my thing with him is now we're under the impression that you can't make a good album by yourself. And my takeaway from this is going to be a great collection of singles because number one, the production is going to be good on this album. You can't have Kanye and Hit Boy on the album and the production's not good. These are some of the best producers in the game. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, I think that he had to do this. He had to go all chips in on this because no one's interested in just hearing him by himself. Nobody's interested in hearing Game
But
by
I gotta
himself.
we gotta pause on that statement for a minute. Why does he have to go all in? He's already solidified as,
He's insecure.
let's call it this way. He's a West Coast legend, whether we like him or not. Um, he rocked on the West Coast in the 2000s when the West Coast wasn't that popping before Kendrick blew. Why this? Why the, oh, I gotta try hard. I gotta try so hard to be noticed deal.
Well,
You know what I
so I can explain that. He's a West Coast legend that nobody cares about. They don't mention him. They mention Kendrick. They mention Nipsey. They mention Ice T, Ice Cube, Snoop. They don't never mention Game. Yeah, he's a legend by default, but he's not a legend like they are. You know what I'm saying? Because if that's the
Yeah.
case, he wouldn't need all these features. And not everybody's from the West Coast, but he wouldn't need all these features for him to be noticed. Because legends don't need that. Nas didn't need a whole bunch of features. He's a legend. M doesn't need a whole bunch of features. He's a legend. Jay don't need a whole bunch of features. They're a legend. You know what I'm saying? He's a legend. I would say he's in the maybe top 10 legends in Cali. But
Yeah, he's top 10 West Coast.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
definitely.
He definitely top 10. But truth be told, there are a lot of artists that people care more about than him. Janae Aiko is one of them. They don't care about him. Nobody cares about Game. Even his own, maybe his people, his friends do. But what's the point of you having this? I really believe that he's a very insecure artist, and he can't feel like. I feel like in this time period, he know that he can't do nothing by himself. He knows that because nobody's gonna care.
He don't care about it because he's made albums like this his whole career. He's made one album where he didn't have any features, and really, it was his best album since Documentary. It was 1992.
So, how you feel about documentary two? That had how many songs that had? That had 27 songs.
Or Documentary 2. I gotta look that up. It was okay.
Yeah, how many features did that album have? And how many tracks did that
Um, it was okay.
have?
I mean, I did a review of Game's catalog. Oh, you talking about Documentary 2
Yeah, yeah.
or Game's second album? Documentary 2 was like a 7 out of 10.
How many? No, I'm asking how many tracks was on that album because it was a double album.
Um, hold on. I want to say it was yeah, 19.
That was back a little bit back. It was 2000 and think in 10 or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, he did the 2.5 one, right? He did the documentary 2.5, didn't he?
Yeah, but he did
Yeah,
documentary one and then he did documentary two with all those songs on there. It was a double album. He was standing in front of a fence.
yeah, that's 2.5. This is what he did. Like the first documentary 2 was 19 songs. Documentary 2.5 was 18 songs.
Yeah. And how many features
But
did it
he actually did like two different albums
have? Yeah.
back to back. You know what I mean?
Because
That's
one
what
was
he.
red and one was blue. I remember that.
Yeah,
So I was listening to it at work. I remember
yeah.
that. So he
2.5
went double.
pretty decent, but documentary 2 was kind of, you know,
Yeah.
it was okay. If I had to say Games catalog overall, I'd probably give it a 7. You know what I mean? But he's too up and down. I did a review of Games catalog. I listened to every project that Game did. He's way too inconsistent, man. I mean, if he really wanted to, he could have been better than he was. You know, better than he is, really. But
I think he makes
way
uh,
too.
I think he makes bad choices in music. I think Game could have been a safe artist and he could have been great. He could have just been a safe artist and just been great. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe like people like to me like Jada Kiss is a safe artist, but he's great at being safe. He don't have
You
to
know
do
what?
all this spectacular shit. You know what I'm saying?
You can you could take a page out of his G Unit counterpart. He could have done what Lloyd Banks did, and he would have had, I think, a better career
Yeah,
if he would have just came back and done, real West Coast oriented hip hop. Fuck all the extra and all of this feature shit. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? That's gonna be interesting to see. I'm gonna listen to this album and see if it was better than Lloyd Banks' album.
yeah.
We gotta see that. Which G
I mean,
Unit?
what do you mean like the newest Lloyd Banks album?
Yeah, yeah.
It's it's crazy. I'm just gonna go on record and say that's kind of unfair to Lloyd Banks because if Lloyd Banks had the same production he had, it definitely wouldn't been better than Lloyd Banks' album. And I think this is the only
Lloyd Banks'
reason why.
album is pretty good.
No, no, I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying if you
Yeah,
have if you got Hit Boy and Kanye West producing your album, and if it's Lloyd Banks behind the beats, it's definitely gonna be better than Game's album. I don't care who he has featured on it. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's unfair to compare that because he has the two super producers doing his album. You know what I'm saying? Like that's unfair to compare
well,
Lloyd
you can
Banks'
still
album to
drop
that.
the album.
You think
Or
so? I'm not. No, I'm saying it's more likely that the album's gonna be great because of the beats. I think some of the songs are gonna be like. I think some of the songs are gonna be all right, but for the most part, to me, this album's gonna be great because of the production. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. If Hit Boy really went all out, and Kanye West, Kanye West could just, if Kanye West half-ass it, it's gonna be a great produced album, and that's gonna carry this album. Outside of that, some of the people that's on them songs, I just don't see them. I don't see it being like great songs. I see it just being something that, like, NBA YoungBoy's on there, and it's like
Yeah,
he already raps weird. So is Game gonna rap weird like that too? And it's like,
that's
come on,
for stream.
bro.
NBA YoungBoy, he's trying to get some streams with that one. NBA YoungBoy, Roddy Rich, you trying to get on Billboard with them songs, definitely. Yeah, I could even see Fabio Foreign, because I already know that's a drill track. Because
Yeah,
Fabio Foreign, he only raps on a drill beat. He don't rap on nothing else except for Nas.
yeah.
And Nas, the only time he rap like regular. Other than that, it's gonna be a straight drill, Brooklyn drill cadence. That's it. It's
It's
only
it,
beats he rap.
he might, but this might be so surprising about this album. Even though it's 30 songs, he might pull a 6 9. He might have 30 songs, but most of the songs is only 2 minutes long. So the album probably is only about 50 minutes, maybe an hour at the most. But I mean, if the songs are short. But if you got three
Yeah.
people on a song, that song is more than 2 minutes. If
Oh
you
yeah.
got 2 Chainz and Pusha T on a song, that song's going to be about 4 minutes. Then you got Rick Ross and whoever else on a song. That's about another 4 minutes. So he got a couple of songs that's probably going. Most of the songs are probably going to be long. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
throw him some bail here because I think that people are going to get tired. They're going to fall asleep. They're going to fall asleep. I'm going to listen to it tonight. I'm going to listen to the whole thing. And if it's
um,
fire, I'm going to tell you. Yeah, it's fire. If it's not,
Wait, let me
but
see how that was gonna be. Hold on. They don't got the time length. Nah, they just got August 12th, but we'll see, man. Bro, it better good. It better be good. You better deliver a top 10, top 5 album with who you got on there.
yeah,
And after that Eminem publicity disc. You
yeah,
better come correct, dog,
yeah,
because
yeah,
if it's weak, if you're gonna live up to expectations, I don't know if you're gonna recover from it, dog. Seriously,
yeah,
seriously, man. And these features too. You got a lot of hot dudes who's
yeah,
doing it in the game. NBA young boy Fabio, who's doing it in New York. Roddy Rich, who's like the new, um, real big on the West Coast. So we gonna see, man.
yeah. Hopefully,
Anyway,
man.
all right. So we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about Lil Wayne, Carter 6 possibilities. So check us out. We're gonna post this to our Shadow Code Radio page, and feel free to comment. Game the heart, the Drillmatic, the heart and the mind. We shall see, because we
Yeah,
definitely gonna do you, Reese. We
yeah,
definitely gonna do that.
yeah. All
All right,
right. Yeah.
all right. So we'll
Hey,
see you in a little bit. Peace.